let's do the next unboxing and the next latest addition to the lead collection. So we have got a Cimarron 1860 Army. All the paperwork that's normal. So notices a bumper sticker from Cimarron. It's actually pretty big for a bumper sticker, but a sticker. Some safety stuff, repair policy. So we are getting the single action conversion revolver. That is what we got here. This shouldn't have as much wiping down to do, although it's going to have some. It's going to have some for sure. So let's wipe it down here real quick. These don't come with quite as much oil on them. So what we got is we have a Cimarron 1860 Army Richards conversion. So this is chambered in 45 Colt. The 8-inch black powder essentially converted to cartridge by Richards, a employee of Colt back in the day. And this shoots cartridge 45 Colt or long Colt or whatever you want to call it. Six-cylinder, load 6 or load 5, depending on how you want to do it. It essentially operates pretty close to the cap and balls that I've been getting for years, but this is the first cartridge that I've gotten. So you get a half cock, and that will free up the cylinder and allow you to open the loading port and load 6 rounds or 5 if you want to do the cowboy 5 rounds. So essentially Cimarron is it's a Uberti. Cimarron just imports them, but definitely going to be a little more convenient to shoot than the black powder. This is going to kind of be my, and I didn't want to get a really expensive one because this is going to be kind of my carry around the property and the land out at the shack and stuff. It's just going to be a little more convenient to shoot and load and then unload. When you unload, you essentially use the plunger to plunge out the empties. So there it is. The latest addition to what I'm calling the lead collection, which is any firearms that I put into the collection. So might get a chance to shoot it this weekend. I don't know. We'll see. I'll definitely bring you in on a video when we shoot it, but I wanted a 45 Colt versus, you can get other calibers in this. You can get like, I think you can get 357, and I think you can get 38s, but I wanted a 45, so ended up grabbing the 45. And I think it's going to be a good, just around the property, around the hunting land, just to carry as I'm out doing whatever. Let's see if we can get a close-up of the naval scene that's engraved on the cylinder. So the story is, when Colt developed the 1851 Navy, he had the naval scene engraved on the cylinder because he figured his contract was going to be much more with the Navy than with the Army. But it didn't exactly happen that way. So you end up with a Navy motif engraving on the cylinders of even the 1860 Armies. So that's kind of a short backstory of how a naval scene ended up on the cylinders of the 1860 Armies and stuff. I'm not going to go too much into it. I mean, I kind of get them, I collect them, I shoot them. There's plenty of guys that go into depth on the history of these and stuff, especially the conversions that were converted by Richardson, who worked for Colt, and how essentially the 1860 Armies that were black powder were converted to be a cartridge revolver. So, but like I said, there's a lot of guys that do that, you know, absolutely phenomenally on their channels, and you can find those guys all over. So I don't do too much more than just kind of unbox what I buy, maybe show it, and you'll see it in videos as I'm out at the property and out at the land and stuff. And other than that, I wanted to keep this under a 10-minute unboxing. So if you watched, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video, or live. I do mostly lives, you know, with the coin collecting and stuff. So, but until then, keep collecting lead.